Shalom. Shalom, Yasharallah. First and foremost, I want to start by giving all praises, honors, and glories to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rechakodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone for teaching 100% truth. Wa Barakatham to 144,000, as well as the rest of the elect. May peace and blessings be unto your households. It's your brother Gadal from the Great Millstone Dallas branch. And in this quick lesson, just going to get into how is the Lord preparing us, right? How is Yahweh Bashem Shai preparing us, right, for the things to come? He preparing us, well, to give you the short answer. You know, he's preparing us by what? Putting us in situations where we have to put our faith in him, where we have to trust him, where we have to call upon him. Because when you think about it, what's going to happen when all hell break loose? What are you going to do? You're going to be calling on Yahweh Shai Shai. You're going to have enough faith, right? Because there's levels to it. You got to have enough faith to be able to trust in Yahweh Shai Shai that he's going to protect you from the said perils that are coming, right? We always like to talk about it, like, you know, the David the Goliath story. That's a perfect example of the Lord preparing David to face the Goliath, right? He went through with the lion. He killed the lion. He killed the bear to protect the sheep, and he did it all in the names of Yahweh Bashem Shai. So, you know, when you read that story, you know, it just shows like, damn. So David was being prepared to take down Goliath. He had to get his faith built up by being put in certain situations. Now, you know, for every brother that's different, you know, maybe similar but different, right? Lord, he might all he might have to do for you is, you know, just he'll you know, protect you from an accident or something, you know, or hell, you could, or it could be something more, you know, extravagant, like hell, somebody was about to rob you or something, and you managed to escape that somehow, you know. However the Lord sees fit to build up your faith. But as we get closer and closer in, we're going to be hit with harder and harder tests to try our faith, right? To try our faith. I'm going to get this Hebrews chapter 11, and I'm going to get verse 6 first. I'm going to start at verse 6. It says, "But without faith it is impossible to please him, for he that cometh to Yahweh Bashem Shai must believe that he is, and that he is a rewarder that diligently seek him." Right? So, without faith it's impossible to please Yahweh Bashem Shai. He's not going to be pleased with you. Because your faith, as it says literally I'll just read it. Hebrews 11:1 says, "Now faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen." Right? The substance of things hoped for. Your belief in Yahweh Bashem Shai. Right? That's the faith that I'm talking about. You know, because people, just 2/3 of Jake, they got faith in this devil. But you see how that's going. That's why they all getting so upset. But, you know, if you put your faith in Yahweh Bashem Shai, you're going to be golden. And that faith has to be, you know, nourished, man. Matter of fact, let me see if I can find that. Faith is a grain of mustard seed. Come on, man. Don't start acting up on me now. All right. Here we go. Matthew chapter 17 and verse 20. It says, "And Yahushua said unto them, because..." Oh, wait. I'm gonna get verse 19. It says, "Then came the disciples to Yahushua to a Yahushua apart and said, Why could we not out out cast him out?" Right? And reading, and this is a time when the disciples couldn't cast out pretty much a demon out of somebody, and now they're asking Yahushua why they weren't able to do so. And verse 20 is going to be the explanation. It says, "And Yahushua said unto them, Because of your unbelief. For verily I say unto you, if ye have faith as a grain of mustard seed," right? "Ye shall say unto this mountain, Remove hence to yonder place, and it shall remove, and nothing shall be impossible unto you. Howbeit this kind goeth not out but by prayer and fasting." Right? So the main part was you got to have that faith. If you have a faith of the grains of mustard seed, you're going to be able to pretty much do the impossible, pretty much. But guess what? That grain of mustard seed starts off real small, but be one of the biggest trees, man. Grow into one of the biggest trees. But it's so small. That's why the Lord, said as a mustard seed, not just any seed. And I know, apple seed, avocado seed, or whatever. It's just a mustard seed because of how big it can grow if nourished correctly. And Yahweh Shem Shai, he's nourishing each one of our faith, directly and correctly. Right? He's the only one that can do it. You can't do it. Right? Matter of fact, let me get that. This is 1 Corinthians chapter 3 and verse 6. It says, "I have planted, Apollos watereth, but Yahweh Bashem Yahushai gave the increase." Right? So the Lord, he has to increase you in your faith. Right? He can put you in situations to increase your faith, but it's really up for the Lord to actually increase it. You passing that test. Right? You passing that test. Whatever it may be. Right? And each and every one of us got our things we're going through that the Lord is putting us through to continue to grow our faith, to prepare us for what's to come. I'm going to go ahead and get this Jeremiah. This is Jeremiah chapter 17 and, come on. All right, 17, it should be 7. Yeah, 7. It says, "Blessed is the man that trusteth in Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, and who hope Yahweh is," because majority of the people are not going to be trusting in Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. They're going to be trusting in this devil. Their faith is going to fail them. They're the ones that build their house upon sand, and we're the house that build our house upon that rock, Yahushua. I'm going to read verse 8. It says, "For he shall be as a tree planted by the waters, and that spreadeth out her roots by the river, and shall not see when heat cometh, but her leaf shall be green, and shall not be careful in the year of drought, neither shall cease from yielding fruit." Right? So that's what it's likened to someone that's trusting in Yahweh. It's just constant water flowing to you for you to grow. Right? You're not gonna be in want. You're gonna be good. Hell, we're good now. That's why we're able to talk about World War III, look at the news, and actually get excited. Be like, oh shit, man! Like, yeah, keep it coming. Get worse. Right? We're able to do that because Yahweh Hashem, we understand that this place has to fall in order for Yahweh Shah kingdom to be set up in. The Lord been building up our faith to be, pretty much be able to see that and be happy. Well, for everybody else, it's just like, man, the last thing they want to see is the news because they know ain't nothing good on it. So yeah, man, Yahweh Shah, he's preparing his man by increasing their faith, putting them in situations. Hell, it's not, but it ain't gotta always be putting you in situations. It also can be Just showing you signs in the heavens or something. Dreams. These are ways that the Lord builds up one's faith. Dreams. Visions, signs in the heavens. Hell, your day-to-day life, just delivering you from troubles, right? Just delivering you from troubles, especially when you call on to him. Matter of fact, get there in Psalms. This is Psalms chapter 34, verse 17. It says, "The righteous cry, and Yahweh Bashem Shah heareth and delivereth them out of all their troubles." That right there, that simply right there builds up one's faith. You cry unto the Lord and he come through for you, bro. If that's not a, faith builder, I don't know what it is. You know? So you crawl onto the Lord and he come through for you. If that don't builds up your faith, then I don't know what else will. Hell, you got chariots, like I said. Well, signs in the heavens, really chariots. See a chariot sky, that build up your faith. Visions the Lord may give you, that build up your faith. There's ways the Lord can do it. But for every individual brother, it's certain ways that he'll do it. Some brothers, he'll just give more dreams. They'll give more dreams. Some brothers will be more signs in skies. Some bros it's just more him being delivered out of his troubles that he be put in. You know? But yeah, that's all I really had through the spirit, man. Lord willing, y'all were edified. I want to end it out by saying, Kal Halal Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rechakodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. And until next time I say, Shalom, Yesharallah.